an accusation about Jay-Z and Diddy and a teenager, 13-year-old teenager.
Right.
And we were speaking about just the statement.
Right.
The statement, you were saying you felt like that was calculated.
That was the statement is something from, you can tell it was written by a lawyer. Because there's a point where it kind of gets aggressive. He says you're gonna find out like how I'll handle this. And that's an attorney want to be combative with another attorney. That's not like a publicist wouldn't say those things.
All right, y'all. Let's call a spade a spade. Jay-Z has been doing everything but taking a simple DNA test, seriously. If you're not the father, a quick mouth swab settles that in no time. But 4 years now, a man named Rymir Satterthwaite has been claiming that Jay-Z is his biological father. He's gone through courts, filed multiple lawsuits, and kept his story the same, and yet, Jay has been silent, no test, no statement, just lawyers doing the talking. Now here's where it gets spicy. 50 Cent just entered the chat. And you already know when 50 gets involved, it's never just a sip tea. He's now reportedly offering legal support to Rymir. That's right, 50 Cent is throwing his weight behind this paternity battle. But before we dive into what he's cooking up now, let's rewind the clock because Jay's been dodging this whole thing for over a decade. And once you lay out all the details, things start to look real suspect.
Doing so much and running, and it just really dawned on me. It's the man that my mom was underage when she consumed me. Anyone who would have been older.
Because instead of agreeing to the test and clearing his name, Jay-Z's legal team allegedly started playing hardball. They pushed back in court, argued jurisdiction, sealed documents, and basically made it as hard as possible for Rymir to even be heard. At one point, they even claimed the courts in New Jersey, where Rymir lives, didn't have the right to make Jay-Z take a test. Really? A billionaire dodging a DNA test by using legal loopholes? It rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And here's where it starts to feel less like a personal matter, and more like a cover-up. Wanda, Rymir's mom, submitted sworn statements, medical records, and old documentation. Rymir even had a man listed on his birth certificate who later denied being his father, which led to that name being removed entirely. That opened the door for Jay-Z to at least take the test and end the conversation. But still, silence. Now with 50 Cent stepping in, the story is back in the spotlight. Whether he's doing it out of genuine support or just to keep stirring the pot, it's making people revisit all the old court filings and public records. And it's starting to feel like this isn't just about paternity anymore, it's about power, image, and maybe even keeping secrets buried that go way beyond one test.
Look, ask for money. I don't do interviews just saying, hey, Jay-Z, give me your money, or I'm coming at the Jay-Z for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, what is it really? Why are you? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over.
Because if you really look at the timeline, it starts to feel like there's something bigger going on behind the scenes. The more pressure Rymir applies, especially now with 50 Cent backing him, the harder Jay-Z's team pushes back, not with proof, but with silence and legal gymnastics. And that silence, it's saying a lot. If this were just about a young man chasing clout or trying to get a check, Jay could have crushed the story with a single cotton swab. But he didn't. He's letting this drag out for over a decade, watching it gain momentum every few years. Now with 50 Cent spotlighting it again, people are starting to ask questions they weren't before, like, if Wanda's story about being 15 when she met Jay is true, then that's a whole legal issue, not just a family one. That's likely why this has been treated so quietly by mainstream media for years. Because it goes beyond paternity, it taps into possible exploitation, age of consent laws, and how power can silence uncomfortable truths, and that's a storm. No one in Jay's camp seems ready to face head-on. So now, it's not just about whether Jay-Z is Rymir's father. It's about whether this whole thing has been deliberately buried. And with 50 Cent stirring the pot, offering legal help and turning out the heat, things might finally be reaching a boiling point.
Yeah, it's like this, Black excellence, they're sitting there it's the billionaire brunch.
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year.
And that's what really sets this whole case apart. Rymir isn't just speaking for himself anymore, he's become a symbol for something larger. How powerful people can use their influence to bury the truth and dodge accountability. He's not out here on podcasts trying to go viral. He's not doing brand deals or pushing a mixtape. He's literally just a man with a question, backed by a childhood story and court receipts, and still getting the runaround for over a decade. That tells you everything. Now add in the alleged intimidation, the drive-by shooting, the car on the lawn, the eerie surveillance-style harassment, and you start to understand why this case feels so dark. If what Rymir and Dr. Coley are saying is true, then this has gone far beyond a paternity dispute. It's turning into a cautionary tale about how deeply people will go to protect legacies, reputations, and empires. And let's not ignore the silence from media outlets. When the mainstream press won't even touch a case with this many layers, legal filings, police reports, public accusations, celebrity ties, you have to ask why. Is it lack of evidence? Or is it fear of backlash from billion-dollar power players? Because we've seen how quickly narratives can be controlled when the right people have the money and connections. At the end of the day, Rymir's not asking for a throne. He's asking for one thing: a DNA test, and the longer that simple test is avoided, the louder the public will question what else is being hidden, whether it's about Rymir, that old buried case involving minors, or other truths hiding in plain sight. The situation is now officially bigger than Jay-Z. It's about the system that lets someone fight for answers for over years and still get ignored.
Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay-Z your father?
I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take it. No, I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like, this can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, it's not fair.
Right now, here's where it gets even crazier. Rymir and his guardian, Dr. Lily Coley, aren't just fighting Jay-Z anymore. They're now going up against the New Jersey court system itself. They filed lawsuits against several judges and officials, claiming the courts didn't just ignore their case, they actually tried to block it. We're talking court filings going missing, real estate paperwork being misrepresented, and even Lily being stripped of her legal rights as Rymir's guardian. And this isn't just hearsay. They've got receipts. They've gathered years of paperwork, timelines, and court documents showing how the system allegedly protected Jay-Z. Every time they got close to getting a court to order that DNA test, something would either disappear, or a ruling would come, and that made no sense. Now think about it, who really sues judges unless they've got something serious to bring to the table? That's not a light decision. Suing officials and judges is risky, and it means they're not playing around anymore. Most people would have walked away by now. But Rymir and Lily are still fighting. And they're not just filing lawsuits, they're pushing for a change in the law too. They're advocating for something called the Pro Se Equal Access to Justice Act. Basically, it's a new law that would help regular people, especially those representing themselves in court, have a fair shot against high-powered attorneys. Because let's be honest, in court, the rich and famous play a totally different game. And that needs to be fixed. So now this isn't even just about Jay-Z anymore. It's turning into a full-blown legal mission to expose how broken the court system can be when it comes to protecting powerful people. Rymir and Lily aren't out here chasing clout. They're chasing accountability. And that's what makes this whole story so wild, from paternity drama to court corruption. This case has hit every level. They've taken the fight beyond the celebrity and are now targeting the very system that's supposed to give everyone a fair shot. And here's the thing: when you sue judges and go public with claims of corruption, you better have real evidence. That's not something you do on a whim. It takes courage, resources, and confidence that the truth is on your side, which makes this even more serious. This isn't just a grudge, and it's definitely not about money. It's about forcing accountability in places that rarely get checked, and that alone deserves attention. They're risking everything to uncover what they believe is a hidden truth. So now I'm throwing it to y'all. What do you really think is going on here? Is Jay-Z hiding something deeper than just a paternity issue? Or is this just a long, messy misunderstanding that spiraled out of control? Do you think 50 Cent is just trolling like he usually does? Or is he actually helping to expose something bigger? And how do you feel about Rymir and Lily taking on the court system itself? Is that bravery or a last-ditch effort? Either way, it's bold. Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's really talk about it. Because this case is way bigger than one celebrity's legacy. It's about truth, power, and how justice is really served in this country. And if you're into stories that go deeper than the headlines, make sure to like this video and hit that subscribe button. We stay locked in over here at Star Hush, and I'll catch you next time. My stars or hushers, whichever one you rock with. Until then, stay sharp and stay tuned.